Number 1 was Christmas. I was 9 years old. My mother bought me a coloring book. It was like this big. It was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I think, yeah, I was like 9 years old. That was number 1. Number 2, my brother's death. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, there's stuff I remember from that time that will always, like, affect my life, no matter what. You know what I mean? That's every day, that don't go away. And I would say number 3, absolute moi, was going pro. Like the first time seeing my work published, you know what I mean? That was a good feeling, you know? If anything could top that, it would be seeing the How to Draw Hip Hop book published. Like, I feel like the How to Draw Hip Hop book is my biggest accomplishment, you know? Like, it's my creation, it's my style, it's like, it's my culture, it's my number 1 way to give back to my culture. So like, those things, man, that's it right there. My number 1 message, I guess, is the best things always come from just going with the flow, man. Like, no matter what life gives you, just go with the flow, and I love hip hop.
Peace, Mosh Desk. Welcome to the Mosh Room, Shibuya Deco Gallery. To give you this quick walkthrough, to give you an idea of what it is that I do. Numero uno, this section is basically dedicated to like Spider-Man, American comic books, things of that nature. My favorite things. It's mostly work that I've done over the last couple of years, you know, so full color stuff. My Spider-Man TV, let it be known that Mosh has Spider Vision. Our Spider-Man table, Venom. Venom is probably my favorite Spider-Man villain, because he's mad monstrous and just mad crazy and shit, you know what I mean? Basically, for those who don't know, I drew Spider-Man for a couple of years. That was one of my books, the cover and whatnot. A lot of this stuff was in Damion Scott Solo, which was a book that I did for DC Comics 2 years ago. Naturally, Superman and Batman are 2 of my favorite DC characters also. Damion Scott Solo. Like I said, it came out like 2 years ago. A lot of this stuff is original art from it. For example, the Flash Death Race, that's the original piece. And also, we have Batgirl and Robin. This is the full color version, the way it was printed. These right here are the black and whites. Before they were printed, it's actually the same pages. That was actually one of my favorite stories in Solo, simply because it was very simple, very clean. On this side of the wall, we have ZIMA comic. Predominantly my first official comic book in Tokyo. And above and around that, some skateboard decks that I did with some very good friends of mine. ZIMA comic is called Zero or in Floor Magazine or your favorite bar. Comic books that I did back in the States. Some Batman, some Batgirl. Batgirl was the comic book that I've spent the most time on. I think I drew it for about 5 years, 35 issues. I think this is only maybe 10 of them. And also some of my work on Robin and how to draw hip hop, which is probably my proudest accomplishment up until this point. I did How to Draw Hip Hop also about a year and a half. It's for sale all over the world now, so if you want to learn how to draw my style, pick it up. This right here is like a collection of some of the t-shirts I've designed since I've been in Japan. Prosper Crew, a little bit of ZIMA. Trying to bring my comic book style into the t-shirt graphic design. See how it flows. It's actually called SE Deaths. It's like my own little cartoon world that I created. And mostly the creations for the purpose of educating kids about music and world culture, things of that nature. A piece like this is actually some of my favorite stuff to do because it's the most free. It's just like, it's sitting in a cafe, it's chilling, it's like drinking a beer and just sketching everything in sight, you know what I mean? Like trying to absorb the life of everything. That's another one in a different style. I actually did that piece while waiting for my clothes to dry. In Iria, Taitoku City. Venom cover I did 3 years ago. A Robin page I did. This was when Robin was a girl for about 3 years. And another Zero Ichi cover. My first official graffiti wall in Shibuya, Tokyo, Manhattan Records. Check it out. It's large. This section is kind of sort of dedicated to home, Jamaica. So like the colors and the spirit of like Jamaican and African culture. So it's a lot more like yellows, greens, reds, and golds and all that good stuff. I call it my home section. My good friend Sight actually works with Cedar and offered me this job to kind of just help do some art for Cedar's album cover. And it worked out really well. It was fun drawing him. It was fun drawing Tokyo. It was a cool job. A little police brutality going on in there.